are going to take you on a tour of some of our likes and dislikes of this balcony stateroom, saving Cody's biggest dislike for last. But we've been on a lot of cruises, most of which have been in balcony staterooms, so we definitely are aware of things we like, expect, and don't like in these rooms. So we're going to start over here at the balcony. This is definitely a pro. This is one of our bigger balcony staterooms. So a good size out there, really nice furniture. Obviously, we expect that with a new ship. There is padding for these chairs. They're just inside at the moment because it's very, very windy outside. So we brought them in for safety. One thing that I will say while we're over in this area as a con is they put some good thought into these drapes. They're very heavy. You would think they'd be good for blackout mornings. Even with the frame, they kind of built it. They put some good thought into this. Like, it can go back here. It can keep out the light. Slight oversight though, if you look up here, when you close this, the light still comes through in the front. So at 5:30 in the morning, when that sun comes up, you're getting some light. While we are over here though, we're gonna say a pro. We have USB and USB-C outlets on this lamp on this side of the bed with ample storage as well. So that is a definite plus. Lots of things USB, USB-C these days, so that's nice. Another plus or a pro is the TV size is very good and it is an ample viewing area from the bed. We've had some balcony staterooms where the TV was kind of in the corner and we're like, trying to watch the television. So it is nice to relax at the end of the day and be able to look straight on at the television. While we're talking about the bed, it's a very nice size. We appreciate not having to be on top of each other in the middle of the night. So that is a pro. Before I even move on, I'm gonna say that this wall is real thin. I can hear conversations as clear as day on the other side of this wall. So a little bit of a con, walls can be thin. Moving on to this side of the bed, a pro, we have more storage on this side as well as more outlets. And this time we actually have a US outlet. So you can plug in some things there. You got your lamp on this side that you can kind of control these different reading lights as you go up. So you can kind of customize your lighting, if you will. And one other thing about the lights here is there's this little moon switch. So you can actually turn this on and there's a blue light. I'll turn it on for you, see if we can get it on camera. So blue light will come on. So in the middle of the night, let's say you need a little extra help getting to the bathroom, that option is there, but just keep in mind it is only on this one side of the bed. But I think it's a pro, just to have it if you need it. Moving along, you are provided with a couch. We clearly don't know how comfortable it is because it is kind of a storage area for us, but it is a pro that the couch is there. So, moving over to our desk area, it is nice if you're getting ready. Let's say you're a girl putting on your makeup, you can backlight the mirror there. You have more outlets, USB, USB-C, US outlets, and European outlets, which is nice. A con is this desk is very short. It needs to be like a half a foot extended out. I know that would take a little bit of room in this area, but when you're working at a laptop, there's nowhere for like your elbows. So it's just a little on the small side as far as using it as a desk goes. Another con while we are over here is there is no coffee pot or water heater maker. I really, really like to have that access in the room. I have to go all the way to the other end of the ship to find water, hot water, things like that, or if I want coffee. So it is nice to have that in the room. A lot of balcony staterooms do. This one does not. So I'm putting that on the big con list for me, is no coffee pot or hot water heater. A pro, though, is that we have a mini fridge, which is super nice because while I thought this was standard, I have come to find out on our many cruises that that is actually not standard, and I have had to ask for a medical fridge at some cases to just get something there, and sometimes it's just a cooler. This is an actual fridge, so thank you, Norwegian, for that. Now that we've covered the main part of the stateroom, let's move on to the hallway. Starting with a pro with these hooks. They can be used for hats, beanies, wet bathing suits, clothes you're just not wearing, coats, whatever have you. They're very handy for organization and just keeping things kind of out of the way. On the other side, we have our full-length mirror that leads us into our main storage. So opening this side first, both sides, which I'll show you the other side, but both sides have ample hangers. Not only shelves that you can fold clothes on or set things on, this side does have the safe, but also pull-out drawers, which is very handy. Kind of shut this, show you the other side. So again, ample hangers on this side and just places to put folding things, packing cubes, and another set of roll-out drawers. So ample amounts of storage, which is even continued over here with more hangers and what we've kind of deemed as a shoe section, which I feel like that could have been a little bit bigger, or maybe have a shelf there so that you can kind of stack things, but we'll take it. There's lots of storage, so we're still going with it being a pro. On this side of the room by the door, we have a electric or digital thermostat and make up the room do not disturb, so that's kind of handy as well.
Gold Star member.
Costco members. Finishing up with the bathroom, walking in, we have a couple pros right off the bat. Definitely ample storage. There's storage under the sink, next to the sink, above the sink. There's cabinets, there's drawers. Storage is definitely not lacking. Another pro is this shower. We are gonna say that because of the way the door opens, you don't feel claustrophobic. It's actually a very good size shower. And I will say, as a female who shaves their legs, that foot bar is amazing. Thank you for having that in here. Also some storage for your toiletries, and they provide you with a shampoo and body wash, which is nice. This shower head is legit. Definite pro. It has 4 different settings. Now that Cody has it down, there are 4 buttons on the back you can choose from to really customize your shower. Different pressures, different ways of rainfall. It's a very nice touch. Back out here, we actually have to take a second to appreciate the size of this sink. In a lot of staterooms in a cruise ship, these are very tiny little bowls. I mean, you can't do anything. I don't know. Not that I'm trying to take a bath in the sink, but I do appreciate the sheer size of this sink. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, Cody's biggest con.
All right, so this cabin is amazing. I love just about everything about it except for some of the negatives like the curtain and all that, but the biggest negative, and it's ship-wide because I've tried it in a bunch of different places. Also, it's only going to affect half of the population, in my opinion, the toilets. They are far too short in this direction. And if you're a man, you're going to figure out why.
I have no problems with the toilets. It has 4 different settings that you can actually choose from.